Hi everyone! Have you been to one of our incredible parks throughout Clark County recently? I'm Eric Petraka, CEO of IQ Credit Union, and I want to tell you why we admire and support the Parks Foundation of Clark County with an annual membership. We've been doing this for over 10 years because we know that if you want to build a strong, thriving community, access to clean parks is a huge part of making that happen. And you know what? IQ is all about community. From participating in park cleanups to donating to our local charities, you can see our signature red and black buffalo plaid all throughout the communities we serve. We are invested in building a better Pacific Northwest, not just for our employees and our members, but for all who enjoy these beautiful parks. So, what do you say? Will you join us with a Parks Foundation membership?
The Parks Foundation of Clark County has been here for over 20 years. It serves as conduit to the community for special projects related to parks, trails, recreation programs, all serving the residents of Clark County. My name is Erin Beck. I'm the co-vice chair for the Parks Foundation of Clark County. Projects that the Parks Foundation has been a part of are all over Clark County. People see them everywhere they go. There are skate parks, there are bocce ball courts, there are play structures, there's trails, there's different programs that are available to seniors, people with special needs, young people. One of the most popular, most notable, and newest projects that the Parks Foundation has been a part of is right here at the Washougal waterfront. The natural play structure right here in the park serves kids from every ability, from young children to older kids. It has everything. Some of the other projects you might see are walking trails, running paths, dog parks, things like that that people use every single day here in Clark County. One of the biggest misperceptions is that our tax dollars pay for our parks, and that is true to a degree. It pays for parks, it pays for maintenance, but what our tax dollars don't pay for are special added things that really make our parks usable, functional, fun, and enjoyable for everybody. The Parks Foundation works with other organizations and municipalities around Clark County to fund special projects. So projects like signage or scoreboards or play structures or fencing, things that really help enhance existing places that our tax dollars pay for. A couple of my personal favorite projects are programs, and people don't realize that programs really need a lot of extra support through grants and funding. So Teen Late Night, which is done through the two different recreation centers in Vancouver, the Marshall Center and the Furstenberg Center, help kids have a safe, drug-free, secure place to go on Friday nights, teenagers who would otherwise rather probably be on the streets. My other favorite program is the Everybody Plays program, and that's a program where scholarships are handed out or given to help fund sports registration or activity registration for children whose parents would otherwise have to sort of choose between putting food on the table or enrolling their children in activities. There's so many great benefits to having your kids in activities. Being a parent myself, having my kids all involved in either sports or dance or music, I see those benefits every day, and personally it breaks my heart that there are people who have to choose or who truly can't afford to do that. So the Everybody Plays program is intended to sort of bridge that gap.
So the Parks Foundation, I think, plays a crucial role to help local jurisdictions bridge gaps to provide the trails and parks and systems and amenities that we all want as residents here. And unfortunately, most jurisdictions just don't have enough money to deliver the services that we would all love to see. And so that's where the Parks Foundation comes in and plays a role. It helps bridge that gap, find funds where to supplement what is already there, to add value to parks and trails that are already in existence, and to help with new ones from time to time. So your membership helps us bridge that gap. It makes us able to deliver the systems and trails and beauty that we all love about Clark County.
Hi everyone! Have you been to one of our incredible parks throughout Clark County recently? I'm Eric Petracca, CEO of IQ Credit Union, and I want to tell you why we admire and support the Parks Foundation of Clark County with an annual membership. We've been doing this for over 10 years because we know that if you want to build a strong, thriving community, access to clean parks is a huge part of making that happen. And you know what? IQ is all about community. From participating in park cleanups to donating to our local charities, you can see our signature red and black buffalo plaid all throughout the communities we serve. We are invested in building a better Pacific Northwest, not just for our employees and our members, but for all who enjoy these beautiful parks. So, what do you say? Will you join us with a Parks Foundation membership?
I'm Sybil Crow, and I've been on the Park Foundation board since 2010. I've also been a member since then. Membership in the Park Foundation is very important because it helps support the other parks and other activities of Clark County that involve parks and outdoor activities.
Being a member of a Parks Foundation helps to provide quality of life for Clark County. When I mention quality of life, it helps to improve the outdoors, the parks, the recreational systems, and so forth, which we're famous for. And there's only a matter of so much public dollars that come from a city or a county. It takes other dollars that are donated to a foundation to help supplement all the different programs that are available to all age groups. And we have a tremendous variety of programs and activities in Clark County.
Hi, I'm here to talk about what's important about Parks Foundation membership. I've been a longtime member of the Parks Board of Directors, and we appreciate our members so very much and hope there'll be more. I think what's important is that, especially over this last year of our COVID year, we've learned that parks are a place where we can still gather, where families can be together and we can share time. And they've kind of been, especially when so many things were closed, I think parks were a go-to for so many of us to just feel at peace. And I think as a member, you get to contribute and be a little bit of an owner of how your community honors and respects the parks that we've been given. And I feel it's an honor to be a Parks Foundation member. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Delanne Redju, Executive Director of the Parks Foundation of Clark County. Thank you for joining us today for our largest fundraising event of the year. On behalf of the Board of Directors, we thank you for spending the next hour with us. We are excited to announce our annual grant recipients, honor this year's Florence B. Wager Award winners, and of course, raise money to continue our mission of improving the quality of life in Clark County by supporting parks, trails, and recreational programs. With me today is the president of our board, Scott Higgins.
Thanks, Delanne. You know, with so many activities on pause during the last year, it has really given us all perspective on the meaning of community. It has emphasized what we already knew. Our community is better when we can gather together. One of the best places to gather is parks. Parks connect all types of people, all ages, all families, friends, kids, and even pets. Personally, my family loves to walk the trail system, and it is very important to us. I've chosen to be part of the Parks Foundation of Clark County because I believe this is the best place to live, work, and play. I want to help keep it that way and be a small part of its legacy.
Today I ask you to join me in supporting the foundation as well. This is our community. It's our future and it belongs to us. With that said, we have a wonderful program ahead for you. So sit back, relax, and take in the stories you will hear about the great things happening in Clark County's open spaces. It is now my pleasure to introduce our MCs, Paul Vandersalm from Columbia Bank and Andrew Gratzer from IQ Credit Union.
Take it away, guys.
Hello, everyone. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Paul. And on behalf of the Parks Foundation for Clark County and Delenn and Scott, we are so excited to have you join us today to support the parks, trails, and recreational programs right here in Clark County. Welcome to the 2021 Annual Luncheon.
That's right, Paul. The Parks Foundation is a community connector and helps to raise funds for all kinds of projects and grants. These projects enhance our parks, trails, and recreational opportunities beyond what the municipalities and tax dollars can do. We all are aware that tax dollars are limited and that fire, police, and transportation funding generally find themselves ahead of parks funding. But the value of our parks to our economy and the environment can't be overstated.
You know, we all dream of having the best parks and programs here in the Pacific Northwest, and supporting the Parks Foundation helps do exactly that. Today, you will see projects that are supported by the Foundation as we present our 2021 community grants and what those grants did to help provide for so many in our communities. Andrew, did you know that the Parks Foundation has supported over $1 million in program funding since 2008?
Whoa, that is amazing. And if you had a chance to tune into the pre-show, you saw pictures from many of the parks and programs that the Foundation has had the opportunity to support over the years. Once again, truly amazing.
And now, before we start the program, a few housekeeping items.
Oh, wait, Paul, we already started the program.
Fine, Andrew, cool your jets. Before we go any further, a few housekeeping items. Or really, just one. The donate button and QR code is on your screen. And if you have any technical questions, you may call Amy at 360-910-9456. Now, that donate link is live now, so feel free to click on it to donate at any time during the event.
Wait, Paul, you mean right now?
Absolutely, Andrew. Right now.
Well, okay, back to the program. Over the next hour, we are going to present our 2021 community grants, raise money, and then we will honor our 2020. Yes, I did say 2020, Florence B Wager Awards. Since these folks do such amazing work and everything was canceled last year due to the pandemic, we wanted to be sure we didn't miss the opportunity to recognize their accomplishments. Their passion is an inspiration to us all and serves as a reminder that each of us has a role in making our region the absolute best in the state.
Yeah, with so much time spent indoors this past year, our parks and trails have been one of the few places to enjoy our community, to get the kids out of the house, to just enjoy nature while getting in some much needed exercise. The parks allowed us to stay connected in a safe and socially distant way with our friends and family. Really, the benefits to our physical and mental health was invaluable.
Absolutely, Paul. And of course, we could not do all the work that we do without the support of our sponsors. Graymore Development and the Waterfront are the presenting sponsors again this year. At this time, I would like to introduce you to Barry Kane, CEO of Graymore Development.
Hi. My partners in Graymore Development and our partners in Columbia Waterfront LLC have really appreciated our relationship with the Parks Foundation. From the beginning, when we were planning the waterfront, we knew we wanted a park, so everyone would come down and see it. We didn't want just the people who live there and work there and like some of the restaurants to come down. We wanted everyone. And now, when you go down, it's so gratifying to see such a cross-section of the Clark County residents there. And if you haven't gone recently, you need to. It's so nice to sit and watch the young families and couples and the runners and the dog lovers all enjoying their park and the most important natural resource this area has, the Columbia River. Parks add so much value to our lives, whether it's a high-profile park like the waterfront or a natural park like I hike through to get my sanity back every day, or a small neighborhood park that a kid can walk across the street to. They add so much value to our lives. A life without our parks is really very hard to imagine. When I go to the Parks Foundation luncheon, the one where grants are handed out for different parks and people who have made significant contributions are recognized, I can't help but notice how unique this is. No other organization gets everyone together in Clark County the way this organization does. And its mission is to improve the quality of life in Clark County by supporting parks, trails, and recreational programs. And that's what they do, and they do it very well. And that's why we have supported the Parks Foundation for a number of years, and we will keep doing so. And if you're a business and you're looking for a way to have a significant impact in all of Clark County, there's not a better way to get to people's hearts than to support their parks through this foundation. Thanks.
We cannot thank Barry Kane, Graymore, and the Waterfront enough for supporting the work of the Parks Foundation.
Nor could we thank all the other sponsors enough this year, including Waste Connections, IQ Credit Union, thank you, Andrew, On Point Community Credit Union, OTAC, Northwest Natural, and Banner Bank.
And our media sponsor, the Columbia newspaper, Clark County's local paper since 1890.
And thank you to our members who help support the Parks Foundation and ensure our community's open spaces remain available for all to enjoy.
And thanks to you. Whether you're an annual or sustaining member, a sponsoring business, or an advocate for our open spaces, each of you had a part in making these grants possible.
All right, folks, let's give out some money.
Our first grant this year is to Camp Hope in the amount of $8,000. Many of you are aware of the great work that Camp Hope does. Camp Hope started to help stem the tide of teen suicide. Today, they are dedicated to supporting our local at-risk and foster kids in overcoming some of life's challenges. Let's take a look at some of the inspiring work going on at Camp Hope.
The youth of today are the grown-ups of tomorrow. Kids are growing both here and outside of this camp. So I wouldn't say Camp Hope works miracles, but I would say Camp Hope gets to see you.
I think we all want a purpose in life, and so what's a better purpose than helping the youth become a better generation than what you're living in?
Camp Hope is definitely a family, and if you come and you see the difference in these kids' lives, that's what keeps you coming and coming.
Let me introduce you to Dr. John and Deborah Bauman from Bauman Chiropractic to present this year's grant.
Thank you, Andrew. Unplug, Play, and Explore is one of the Parks Foundation's main goals. Camp Hope embodies this goal, reaching, among others, at-risk and marginalized youth. Camp Hope's mission is to compassionately invest in our youth by providing a safe place for mentoring and teaching. This invaluable experience helps to foster a lifelong connection and appreciation for the outdoors.
As a local business and a Parks Foundation board member, we're pleased to be able to support grants such as this one for Camp Hope. This year more than ever, Bauman Chiropractic is honored to present this grant of $8,000 to provide scholarships for kids this summer at Camp Hope.
Such amazing work Camp Hope is doing to help our youth become the next generation of adults that our community needs. Thank you to RealVest and the J. Scott Campbell Foundation and Bauman Chiropractic for making this grant possible. Now our next grant is for the Battleground Summer Playground Program in the amount of $6,500. Here to present this year is Amy Price from Riverview Community Bank.
Thank you, Paul. Riverview Community Bank is proud to have helped fund this grant since 2009. Each year, during summer break, hundreds of North County kids gather at local parks for free themed activities and projects. Battleground's got an amazing program planned for the kids this summer. Some of the themes this year include Party in the USA, Little Scientists, Up, Up, and Away, and Monster Math. At Riverview, we are dedicated to the communities we serve. In fact, community is so important, it's our middle name. We got our start here in Vancouver nearly a century ago, and now we are the largest community bank in the metro area. Congratulations to the Battleground Summer Playground Program. Thank you for the work you do to support our local kids and families.
Wow, that sounds like so much fun. I wish that was around when I was growing up. We would also like to recognize and thank the Todd and Maxine McClaskey Foundation for supporting Vancouver's Summer Playgrounds program. They have helped to fund this program for 3 years now, and with all that was canceled last year, moved the grant from last year to this year's summer program. The summer program serves over 5,000 children annually, and even though it was closed due to the pandemic last year, over 5,000 grab-and-go meals were still distributed for kids that generally access meals under the free and reduced lunch program at their local school.
Wow. Now this next grant is for the Teen Late Night Program in the amount of $5,000. U.S. Bank has supported the Teen Late Night Program for several years, helping to offer teens a safe and drug-free place to socialize, play basketball, and hang out with their peers every week during the school year. The program serves well over 1,000 teens who look forward to Friday night activities at both Marshall and Furstenberg community centers. Here to present this grant is Seth Tyndall and Amanda Martinez with U.S. Bank.
At U.S. Bank, we know it's incredibly impactful for us to be invested in our local communities. Therefore, we have 3 strategic pillars of work, home, and play that allow us to carry out our purpose of investing our hearts and our minds to power human potential.
It's been a privilege to support the Parks Foundation's late night programming for teens over the course of the last several years. U.S. Bank is proud to continue to be part of this organization as it continues to do the amazing work within our communities.
A huge thanks again to U.S. Bank for helping to support the teens of our community by giving them access to a safe, free, and fun place to be on Friday nights.
And now, to help our four-legged friends, we are thrilled to present our next grant to Dog Paw in the amount of $6,000. Presenting our next grant is Amy Reeves from On Point Community Credit Union.
If you have a dog at home like I do, you know how important it is to get them out to run and play off leash. Dog parks allow them to socialize with other dogs and give our human community members a chance to connect with neighbors and friends. On Point Community Credit Union is honored to support the Ike Memorial Dog Park to add permanent fencing for our furry friends. On Point's commitment to building strong communities directly aligns with the Parks Foundation's mission of providing parks, trails, and recreational programs for all of our community to enjoy.
Thank you, Amy, and On Point Community Credit Union. Now, I would like to present Aaron Beck from Nautilus, presenting a grant for the Everybody Plays Sports Scholarship in the amount of $9,500. Take it away, Aaron.
The Everybody Plays program provides scholarships to help bridge the financial gap for kids to participate in sports and activities through Vancouver Parks and Recreation. Where the Everybody Plays program funds enrollment fees, our partnership with the Good Sport Equipment Connection provides much-needed gear. At Nautilus, our mission is to build a healthier world, and we are proud to help ease the financial burden on families to make physical activities available for all who want to play.
Thanks, Aaron. I've seen the impact of your support through my coaching of local soccer programs. These programs that make team sports more accessible for all are so important. Hey, Andrew, speaking of sports, have you ever heard of pickleball?
Pickleball? What the heck is pickleball?
Well, since our next grant is all about pickleball, let me enlighten you. This grant is going to be for the pickleball courts in Washougal. And pickleball is one of the fastest growing sports in the country and was invented by 3 dads right here in Washington State on Bainbridge Island. It's a combination of tennis, ping pong, and badminton, and is a sport that you can play into your golden years. Now, Clark County is home of 2 chapters of the Columbia River Pickleball Club, including the Camas Washougal Club. The recipient of our next grant is the City of Washougal. This grant is in the amount of $9,000, which will help with the resurfacing costs of pickleball courts located in Hathaway Park. Please welcome Abby Russell of Mall, Foster, and Alonji to present this grant.
Mall, Foster, and Alonji was founded in Vancouver in 1996. We are a local company dedicated to improving the communities in which we live, work, and play. This underlies everything we do, from how we build our company to the projects that we work on. This foundational part of our mission is one reason we're supporting the Parks Foundation of Clark County and their community grant program. With this grant program, we feel like we're supporting real, tangible improvements in our communities. The funds go straight to identified needs in Southwest Washington, and you can see the results, from making our playgrounds more inclusive and our dog parks safer, to ensuring everyone has the chance to participate in recreational sports. We're proud to be a part of the community grant program. This year, we're supporting improvements to the pickleball courts in Washougal. Pickleball is such an approachable sport. No matter your age or skill level, anyone can pick up a paddle and get started. It's our hope that the Parks Foundation's project will help make pickleball even more accessible and enjoyable for people in Washougal and across the county. Thank you to the Parks Foundation for your advocacy and hard work to provide high-quality recreational experiences for everyone in Clark County. It's a pleasure for Mall, Foster, and Alonji to be a part of achieving this vision in such a tangible way.
How cool is pickleball? You learn something new every day, I guess. It'll be so awesome to have updated courts to play on. Let's go out and play sometime. This grant brings us full circle back to the importance of parks and trails in our community, as many have stayed open and provided open spaces to connect with nature and friends alike. Congratulations to all of our grant award recipients this year, and thank you again to our grant sponsors. We look forward to seeing great things across Clark County.
The Parks Foundation is able to support so many great programs because of all of you. Here in Clark County, we take such pride in the sense of community and quality of life that these programs help build. And so much of that is due to the accessibility of our outdoor spaces. These are spaces that not only look beautiful, but are strong economic drivers. They provide parks and trails not just for us, but for all the beautiful wildlife that calls the great Pacific Northwest home.
Now, let's take a moment to think back to this time last year. Gyms couldn't open, schools closed their doors, and sports were sidelined, and the world was uncertain. We may not have had much toilet paper, but one thing we did have was wide open spaces.
That's right, Andrew, because for fresh air and some respite and some sense of connection, our parks and trails came to the rescue. It was a challenging year for many of us, but open spaces were and continue to be a free resource for everyone to get outdoors and fight that cabin fever that was part of our daily lives.
So our goal today is a bold one, to raise $25,000 for the Parks Foundation to make sure that we can continue this great work and help to increase funding for our open spaces. We're going to walk through several levels of giving today. I want you to think about what you were planning to donate and then double it. Hopefully one of these is accessible to you, but as always, we encourage you to give at your own comfort level.
That's right. Today, we are going to begin at the $2,500 level. Now, we here at the Parks Foundation want to give a huge thank you to Steve and Joe Marie Hansen for starting us off strong with the donation at that level. Will anyone else here join them? Your generous donation will have an amazing impact on our open spaces and programs. Thank you again for all those who would consider donating at this $2,500 level.
All right.
Let's see if we get something coming in here, Andrew.
I know our community is so generous and they give a lot, and this $2,500 would go a long way to providing parks and open spaces.
It would mean a lot. Let's, again, a big thank you to Steve and Joe Marie Hansen, and let's move forward to the next level.
Okay. Our next level will start at $1,000. Did you know that new play structures cost between $5,000 to $10,000 to provide new or upgraded equipment for just one park? New playground equipment is safer than some of the older versions, allows kids of all abilities to play, socialize, and develop both brain functions and motor skills, and helps prevent childhood obesity. The Parks Foundation has helped to fund play structures all throughout Clark County, including in Camas, Ridgefield, Washougal, Vancouver, and beyond. Who here will make a grand donation?
Again, like Andrew was saying before, the philanthropy here is always so amazing in Clark County. We're looking forward to, and we're seeing some of your gifts already coming across. Just a heads up, of course, like you can give at any time today or in the future. So
Absolutely.
Make sure to let your friends know, so you know someone else that really appreciates the work that the Parks Foundation is doing. Here, no time like the present to let them know where they can support that work directly.
$1,000. It may seem like a stretch, but I know our community can do it.
And it would mean so much, of course, for some of those parks and play structures that these kids are able to support and play on and
Definitely.
hang out around. All right, folks. So this, I think, will bring us forward to our next level. Thank you so much again for everyone that's donated so far. We're going to move, I think, forward to the $500 level, and I am so very excited. Thanks again to the generous donors, Jan and Steve Oliva. We have a match today of $5,000. And what we need from all of you are 10 donations at this level to help meet that $5,000 match, which would mean so much to all of us here at the Parks Foundation. Now, $500 can purchase 23 feet of fence at a dog park. It can provide staffing and supplies for 50 kids at a teen late night or 10 kids at a summer camp. It is...
All right. We need 10 donations of $500. We can do this.
Now, Andrew, are you seeing what I'm seeing there at the top of our little list here?
I am seeing that. Thank you, Eric Petraka, for your donation to the Parks Foundation. It will go a long way to helping the programs that we support.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much for your most generous donation. Let's see here.
All right. We have 2 in, just 8 more. Can we get 8 more $500 donations?
Yeah, 8 more will help us hit that match of that $5,000 that the all of us have graciously put up, and we're looking forward to making that work.
Again, thank you to any donation you can make. It is sincerely appreciated.
Oh.
Right. Well, for now, and thank you to Northwest Natural. They just donated $2,500. That is incredible. Thank you, Northwest Natural.
Yeah, that's a huge donation. Thank you so much. I think the match will keep going through these next few levels. So let's hit up the next one. Hey, Andrew?
Okay. So we are now on to our $250 level. One $250 donation can provide swimming lessons for 2 kids. Swimming lessons are such an important part of growing up here in the Pacific Northwest, and Clark County is fortunate to have lakes and rivers close to home that are accessible for all types of recreation. So what do you say? Dive in, make your donation today to support programs like swimming lessons for our local kids.
And a big thank you goes out right away to Holly and Ken Williams. Thank you so much for your donation.
Also to On Point Community Credit Union and OTAC. Excellent, amazing contributions. Thank you so much.
A huge thank you to Kathleen Langley with a personal call out to Andrew and I. We appreciate that.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Oh, and Banner Bank just came in with $1,000. That is incredible. Thank you, Banner Bank.
That's phenomenal. I see John Spencer's coming in here with a donation. Thank you so much, John Spencer.
Ah, this is amazing, Paul. I knew we could do this. Let's keep them coming in.
Yeah, this is, again, the philanthropy that we are able to do here in Clark County. The work that it empowers people to do is phenomenal. So, again, thank you so much, folks. You are... Love my hair back.
And thank you to Christine Gratzer, hi Mom, for your $500 donation. All right. I know, just keep them coming in.
Keep them coming. We're waiting on the screen here, but I think, again, just thank you again so much, everyone that's contributing today. We really cannot do this work without you.
And one more, Jen and Steve Oliva, thank you so much for your $5,000 donation.
Yeah, that match is amazing. That's just very, very cool. What will that be able to do in our community?
Okay. Well, again, thank you all. The Parks Foundation helps to support sports scholarships of all kinds, and swimming lessons are such a big part of that.
Hey, Andrew, did you get to go to summer camp while you were growing up?
Oh, definitely. I loved going to summer camp, Paul.
Well, our next level at the $100 mark will and can help send 10 kids to 8 weeks of summer play programs, providing crafts, games, outdoor time for so many kids, and a place to get lunch during the summer when school is not in session. We would love your support to keep those important summer play programs going, letting kids play all summer long.
All right, we should see these rolling in. Oh, and this just in, Waste Connections gave $3,500. That is amazing. Thank you so much, Waste Connections.
That is phenomenal. Thank you very much to Greg Kinsey for your donation today. That is fantastic. Keep them coming, folks.
All right. Oh, wow. Paul, look at that. The Columbian just gave $5,000. Thank you, the Columbian.
That's amazing.
Again, our media sponsor for the day.
Mm-hmm. And it's definitely, again, one of those things that if you can't make the donation today, please feel free to keep that donate button fresh or share it to friends and family on Facebook. Let them know that this is a great way for them to contribute directly to the parks that make their community what they know it to be.
Thank you, Teresa Davis, for your donation. Again, all of your donations, every single dollar is going to support our parks and open spaces here in Clark County.
We just can't do it without you guys. So again, thank you so very much.
Okay. Well, and let's move on to our last level today at $50. $50 can send one child to day camps, providing activities and fun for a full day of recreation.
A big thank you already to our donors that have come in at this level. Thank you so much to folks like Jack Berkman.
Yes, thank you, Carrie Stansberry, for your $50 donation.
Big thanks to Nalea Lem for coming in and donating. Really appreciate that.
And Paul Montague, thank you for your donation. That is incredible. Keep them coming, everybody.
Yeah, we cannot stress enough just how important these donations are and the great work that they do in the community. I mean, we all saw those videos just now of some of these programs that this goes to support directly.
And Kathleen Langley, hi Auntie, for your second donation today. Thank you so much.
And we have an anonymous donor, and feel free, like, we don't need to know who you are. We just would really appreciate your contribution. So thank you now to 2 anonymous donors coming in at that $500 level, helping us hit that match, which I think we've just about done now, right?
This is amazing. Oh yeah, definitely. We've got to be getting very close if we're not there. All right. Such a giving community.
It's just
makes you feel humbled to be living here.
Every time I get to go to these sorts of events, Andrew, and you know, we go to a lot of these. It is so cool to see how generous our community is for so many organizations.
Most definitely. It's because of you guys.
So, with that said, thank you all again for your kind donations to support open spaces and recreational programs that support the kids of all ages. As Andrew said earlier, if you'd like to give at any level, please do. Please feel free to click that donate button, get creative with the amount, give at any level you'd like. It all helps.
Yeah, but wait, there's more. You should have received a pass to Columbia Sportswear in the mail when you signed up for this event. Don't forget to use that because the Parks Foundation will get a 10% donation back for every single dollar spent when you use your pass. And if you didn't get a pass for any reason, feel free to reach out to anyone from the Parks Foundation and we would be glad to get one your way.
And let me tell you, that employee store is no joke. There is some really cool stuff there. So it's a great way to get something that maybe you need to be able to get outside this upcoming summer, but also support the organization. All right, so again, thank you so much. Michelle Wagner, I mean, there's still donations coming in. Please do not let this stop. Bonnie Clapp, thank you very much for your donation.
Dean and Marianne Barris, thank you for your donation.
That's amazing, folks. So we're going to go ahead and move this program forward. But again, do not feel like this is the pause button for the donations. Keep that coming. Keep clicking that donut button. We don't believe in pause there, do we, Andrew?
We do not.
We never pause philanthropy here. But it is our pleasure now to present the annual Florence B. Wager Awards. Now, like so much else, things were canceled in the past year, and we didn't get a chance to properly honor our winners from 2020. So today, in 2021, it is our honor to present our 2020 Florence B. Wager Awards.
Affectionately known as Flossie, she was a champion of parks and helped to bring the foundation to life in 1999. Our honorees do such great work in and around our community, and we definitely did not want to pass up the opportunity to highlight the dedication our award winners bring every day to Clark County. We are fortunate to have 4 award winners this year, honoring staff and volunteers throughout Clark County that go above and beyond the call of duty, provide leadership, and enthusiastically embrace the benefits and beauty of our surrounding areas and support recreation in all forms. Our first award today will be presented by Bob Brands, the girls cross-country coach at Skyview High School.
It is my great pleasure to present the first V Formation Flyer Award, recognizing a volunteer whose dedication goes above and beyond to support parks and trails in Clark County. Tyler Castle has spent much of his free time over many years working on the Whipple Creek trails. If you haven't had a chance to visit Whipple Creek Park, it is a wonderful park nestled in and around the Clark County Fairgrounds. At 300 acres, the park is home to trails used by walkers, hikers, horseback riders, and mountain bikers alike, all within easy access and now, due to Tyler's leadership, mostly accessible year-round. Tyler gets in and leads volunteers to help keep the trails clean and the park protected by planting native plants and removing invasive weeds. While volunteering and working on the trails, Tyler frequently stops to share historical tidbits with passersby and volunteers alike. He willingly takes on the big projects, and since 2010, he and the Whipple Creek Restoration Committee, along with many volunteers, have donated more than 8,500 hours to help build routes, improve drainage, and spread literally tons of gravel, much of which had to be wheelbarrowed in across the park's main trails. The most recent work at the park involves the renovation of the historic Hillborn Stone Mill. A wall that had collapsed has been repaired, and the committee is now working towards finishing up the restoration project. Tyler's dedication and enthusiasm are contagious, and his kind heart and patience shine through while working with our high school athletes, especially our Skyview cross-country team. And he inspires many to willingly get up on Saturday mornings to get outside and work, which is no easy feat for teens. Due to Tyler's continuing devotion to the trails in Whipple Creek, trails that used to be rarely utilized in the winter because of the muddy conditions are now open to many more visitors to get out and enjoy the natural beauty of the park. Congratulations, Tyler. Keep up the great work.
That was amazing. Now, Andrew, have you ever been over to Whipple Creek Park?
Yeah, I have. And we should probably head over this afternoon. We're certainly dressed for the occasion, and I really want to visit the park to check out the hiking and biking trails. It is truly an astonishing place to visit right here in Clark County. Next up is the City of Washougal to present our second V Formation Flyer Award.
Good afternoon. My name is Michelle Wright, and I work for the City of Washougal. I am honored to be here today to represent an award for Jane Lacey. Jane Lacey is our Park Board President, and she has done an amazing job for the City of Washougal. We have been honored to have Jane as part of our board, and the things that she has been able to accomplish has been incredible. Not only has she had many volunteer events, she also has taken a lead to help restore Kerr Park and continue to help the plantings, ivy pools, and a lot of other things that have made our parks better, and we are just so lucky to have her. I also want to take this opportunity to tell her how much I admire her and that I am so honored to be able to give her this award. Thank you, Jane, for your years of service, and we really appreciate all you do for us.
Well, Paul, I'd say we have a few more parks on our bucket list to visit.
Yep, good thing is that we are dressed for some afternoon adventures.
So our next honoree will be introduced by Jenna Wilson from the City of Vancouver to present the Tributary Award recognizing a Parks and Recreation Department staff member.
It is such a delight to introduce you to Carol English Hawley as a Tributary Award honoree. This award recognizes a Parks and Recreation Department staff member that has shown ongoing commitment and enthusiasm for development, enhancement, and implementation of parks, trails, and recreation programs and services. If you've ever had a chance to meet Carol, you would agree that this fits Carol to a T. Carol believes strongly in the social, physical, and economic benefits of sports in our community. She was instrumental in organizing several different leagues and at times was responsible for scheduling 200 softball teams each season. From April to October, she organized tournaments every weekend for up to 24 teams. She put in many extra hours to ensure high-quality programs and covered every detail to provide equality and fun for participants. She hand-scheduled the softball leagues before there were computer programs to manage them, so that the teams had an equal number of late games and played on a variety of fields. But it wasn't just softball that benefited from Carol's love of all things sports. She and her staff provided programs for youth baseball, basketball, soccer, kickball, and volleyball leagues. In addition, summer day camps for kids of all ages, summer sports camps, and enrichment activities such as drama, music, karate, and homeschool classes were in her care. And if that wasn't enough, adult softball, volleyball, kickball, and basketball leagues also came under her umbrella. You could always count on Carol's smile and her cheerful demeanor when you came to work in the mornings. She loved her staff and was known to decorate her office for all the holidays and all the big sports games and then dress up on game day. She loved talking sports with her team. She is an avid golfer, and in her spare time, after planning all the city tournaments, she helped plan many of the tournaments for her golf club and the Washington Recreation and Parks Association's annual conference. In other words, Carol was the perfect person to direct the sports and recreation programs for Vancouver. Now that she is retired, she will be greatly missed, but you can still find her out on the golf course. Go Carol!
Congratulations, Carol, both on your award and your retirement. The City of Vancouver was so lucky to have you work to support all those amazing programs for the past 35 years. Now, Andrew, are we going to be meeting on the golf course? Because there are so many great places around this county to golf.
Yep, so many great places to visit. Our final wager award is the Leading Eagle Award for a person that embodies support for trails all around Clark County and the state of Washington as well. It is my pleasure to introduce Kathy McLean and Rod Hooker presenting our Leading Eagle Award to Tom Griffith.
A few years ago, I enrolled in a week-long Washington Trails Association volunteer vacation. I knew nothing about WTA, but I wanted to volunteer outdoors. I read that I would be working in the forest, creating and maintaining hiking trails. Here is where I met Tom Griffith, this year's Leading Eagle Award winner. Since my first week volunteering, I have witnessed Tom modeling the WTA goals to countless volunteers. Safety first, have fun, and get some work done. He makes people feel welcome, appreciated, and he's a master at teaching tool use and trail building skills. An avid hiker, Tom was out years ago and happened to meet a WTA crew leader working on a trail. Intrigued, he went home and signed up to volunteer. Next, he became an assistant crew leader and later a crew leader. After his retirement from Clark County Emergency Services, he has spent most Thursdays, as well as many multi-day trips, working to improve trails somewhere in Clark County and around the state. Tom is also likely to be spotted around the county, scouting out routes for new trails, studying reroutes for current trails, and observing and planning maintenance needs for existing trails. Tom has collaborated with the Backcountry Horsemen, the Department of Natural Resources, Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife, Clark County Parks, and the U.S. Forest Service. In over 8 years, he has spent more than 700 days guiding the construction and the enhancement of trails. Tom has positively impacted hundreds of volunteers and dozens of trails in Clark County and beyond. He's an asset to our county, as well as epitomizing the volunteer spirit that is part of this county's legacy.
I would like to offer a few lines of poetry for Tom. Tom's a trail builder, you see. He shares his know-how for free. He's worked 700 days in heat and cold and haze. His trails are the finest you'll see. When building a turnpike or two, none stand as tall or as true. And when Tom is there, his blue hat he'll wear while leading a most loyal crew. There's never been a man that I knew who could lay a path so tried and true. When we help make his trail, it's sure never to fail. A Tom Griffith Trails one to view. Please join us in congratulating Tom Griffith with the Leading Eagle Award. His contributions for care and attention given to nature in our beautiful state deserve this recognition. As new trails are developed in Clark County, Tom will be a bright light to show the way.
Wow, such amazing work by all our Florence B. Wager Award winners, and Clark County is better for all their efforts. Flossie would be amazed and awed by all that they accomplish.
Agreed. Much gratitude for all our honorees' hard work. Now, Andrew, we have one final award to present today. Many of you know our next presenter from Waste Connections. She is here to present the J. Scott Campbell Award. Take it away, Cindy.
Good afternoon. I'm Cindy Holloway, Governmental and Community Affairs Director at Waste Connections, and it is my absolute pleasure to be presenting the J. Scott Campbell Award today. The J. Scott Campbell Award recognizes and honors a business within our community that not only supports Parks Foundation and all the work that we do, but also strives to grow Clark County through charitable donations, volunteering, and human kindness. This year's recipient of the J. Scott Campbell Award is Barry Kane and the Waterfront. Thank you and congratulations. We appreciate everything that you do for our community.
Congratulations again to all our award winners and grant recipients. We have some great volunteers and staff in our community that help support our open spaces and programs year-round.
Yes, hard to imagine what our parks and programs would look like without all the efforts put in by these fine folks. We should mention, if any of you would like to volunteer with any of these efforts, you can check out the Parks Foundation website, Washington Trail Association, the Whipple Creek Restoration Committee, and Washougal Parks. We hope to see you out on the trails, whether you're volunteering, hiking, or picnicking.
And of course, helping to support all of the amazing open spaces that Clark County has to offer by making a donation or becoming a member of the Parks Foundation. By becoming a member at any level, your commitment is an investment into making Clark County an exceptional place to live, work, and play.
A heartfelt thank you to all of you for contributing to the Parks Foundation today. All of your support ensures that we can provide more and more grants to make our open spaces and recreational programs the very best in the region.
And thank you to all our wonderful sponsors for supporting our virtual fundraising event. Thank you to presenting sponsors Graymore and the Waterfront. And thank you to Waste Connections, IQ Credit Union, On Point Community Credit Union, Northwest Natural, Banner Bank, the Columbian, and Jan and Steve Oliva for your ongoing investment in our parks, trails, and recreational programs.
And don't forget to sign up for our annual golf tournament at Camas Meadows, where the Foundation's golf tournament will be held in September.
Well, Paul, unfortunately, our time has come to an end.
Yes it has, Andrew, but everybody have a lovely day. Thank you for joining us today, and see you outside.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye now.